Sure. I thought in the first half, I thought our defensive energy intensity was really good. I thought we were able to force some turnovers, which got us out in transition where we were able to convert. I thought that three, that all-star kit there from deep at the buzzer when we led by 9 was a big momentum play. And then for whatever reason, the second half, the first 4 minutes, I just didn't see the same defensive energy. I thought we got beat off the dribble more in the second half, whereas in the first half, I thought our containment was really good. And, then we get it down. It's a 3-point game. We turn it over, 4.5 minutes to go. And, credit to Wright State. I thought they did a good job doubling Terrell and making it tough on him in the post, and then making Stark take some tough shots there late with the double teams. And we just weren't able to knock down some of the open looks.
From an offensive standpoint, is it starting to come together, or is there an answer for a third scorer? We're seeing Miller and Stark really do their thing, but is there for a three musketeer, is there another musketeer on this team?
Not from a percentage standpoint right now. Obviously there needs to be, and we've got to find some ways to create those opportunities for guys. Get some of our other players some easier shots, whether it's against man or zone. And so we'll spend the next few days in the break working on trying to find some other ways to alleviate the pressure that's now building with the double teams on Jonathan and Terrell.
Is there a reason for starting slow in second halves this season after playing so good in the first half?
Nah, I really don't know what that would be. I felt like we had a good halftime. We made the adjustments we needed to on a couple things. But again, I thought, and it's, I know, a broken record at this point, but we got hurt off the bounce. We didn't contain the dribble in the first 4 minutes of the half, and offensively, we were unable to finish plays there. So I think it'll always come back to the defensive end of the floor where we got in some bad rotations there to start the second half.
People were bemoaning the foul calls and things like that, especially late against your team, but you guys shot more free throws than they did, just even in the end as they were trying to attack and milk the clock.
Sure.
Did your team attack the zone like you wanted them to?
Well, they were all man-to-man. It might have looked like some zone at times just because of the double teams. I thought in the first half we did a really good job, and a lot of it in the first half was predicated on our defense. We were able to turn them over some, which got us some advantage breaks where we were able to get to the free throw line. There in the second half, we didn't have as much success getting the ball inside to Terrell. They were doubling off of our 5 men to go down on him, and then when we did drive the ball, I thought Wright State did a better job of swarming to the basketball. I thought our guys made some mature plays, kicked out to open shooters. We didn't knock those down, and we didn't finish a couple plays at the rim. But I think the first half. Again, I look to our defense as to getting us out in transition and able to get to the free throw line more.
What do you attribute your team's difference in defensive energy from first half to second half?
I was really surprised. I thought in the first half, we were locked in. Our guys were flying around. I thought, DeMarcus had a great steal running through a passing lane that led to a dunk. I do think, Wright State came out and they ran a couple backdoor options to alleviate the pressure. Didn't get them, but I think that got our guys a little bit on our heels there. But bottom line, we got to be able to guard. All Stork's a heck of a player. He hit some really tough shots tonight. And I thought in the first half when we trapped him some to get the ball out of his hands, we were able to turn him over. I thought in the second half when we did trap him, he made the correct play, and it led to some open shots for guys like Benzinger and Davis.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Oh, you're fine.
How important is the transition to your guys' offense? It seems like when your defense was struggling tonight, your offense was struggling at the same time.
Yeah, no, I agree. I think, transition's huge in the game. Obviously, for us, offensively, we'd rather play against the other team's scramble, transition defense versus having to get the ball out of the net after made baskets and push the ball up against their defense when it's already set. I think that's an area Wright State's really good. They're very disciplined defensively. They clog up a lot of the driving lanes. They really double down in the post area and make it difficult to score. So I think, the two definitely parallel themselves. In the first half where we were able to get some steals and some turnovers and force some contested threes, we were able to rebound and run and get some easier scoring opportunities versus there in the second half when you don't get stops. You're playing against the other team's set defense every time, and I think that's more difficult for anyone to score.
G didn't see a lot of time in the first half, and Bryce set out a long stretch in the second. Any particular reason for that?
No, guys, we're very inconsistent right now. I'm searching for some different combinations, for some different guys to step up and make plays. I think we've got to shoot the ball more consistent when we are double teamed, like Terrell and Jonathan were covered tonight, and I wanted to try and play a bigger lineup, and then as they went to the second half, Wright State went away from their big lineup, went to more of a true 4-guard lineup, and that's when we made the adjustment and G played some more.
Plans for the Christmas break, what you want the players to do and kind of get away from basketball?
Well, what I told them, obviously they're very disappointed. I'm disappointed in where we're at right now. But, it's a great time of year. I want to make sure that they don't go home and mope and pout and have their heads down. They need to go home and enjoy their families and friends. We're fortunate all 12 are getting to go home and spend this special holiday with their family and friends. And I want them to enjoy that and put basketball to the side for a couple days. We'll come back on the 26th and get back to work and start in preparation for Tennessee State and the start of league play.
What's your biggest takeaway from a game like this?
The drop-off defensively, and then the failure to convert some opportunities there when we were double teamed and we made passes out of it, and in scramble type situations we didn't finish the plays. I think that's a big thing for our team. We've got to finish plays, whether it's at the basket or knocking down open shots when guys are double teamed. And then the other thing is we're right there. It's a 3-point game, 4.5 to go. We turn it over, and then we can't get the stops when it matters, and then the game got away from us in the last 4 minutes.